morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm on my way to work. And it's this old phone of mine updated last night. Now I hope it don't start that all the way through. Stopping. So as I said, I'm on my way to work. And 69 degrees. I keep looking at that and then I keep forgetting. Looks like we got us a tropical storm. I haven't had a chance to look at the weather exactly, but I overheard my mom's TV as I was getting ready to go. So I hope everyone down in the path of this storm are safe. You know, you're at your safe place and that you don't have any damage. You know, a tropical storm can do as much damage as anything else. Usually tropical storm means rain, some wind. But I know y'all know all that. I'm not going to get into all that. I mean, I don't want to treat y'all like you're, you know who. All right. This video is going to be all over the place, so there'll probably be some in here about Tim and some in here about beauty or something. Got something to do with the body, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I watched LifeinViBe last night. Her channel will be linked below. Well, I didn't watch it last night. I watched it this morning. She was live. I did not get to be able to be on the live because I had to do some things with my mom, and I knew if I turned it on, I'd want to sit down, and I just didn't have the time. So I didn't, and so I watched it this morning, and I'm so sorry, Ray, I wasn't there. But anyway, normally I can be on Blind Views at the beginning sometimes, and then sometimes I have to come on like it later. It just depends on, you know, there's some days when I can get, if I leave work at 4:30, I can be there. But if I don't, then I can't. And yesterday I didn't get home till after 5:30. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I just wanted to let Ray know that I did watch it this morning. Of course, I left her a comment. So I'm going to comment on what she showed of Tim. And I'm going to talk a little bit about back pain. And for those of you that's been watching me a long time, you know I've had back pain off and on. I have scoliosis. And in cheerleading, when I was young, I really hurt my back bad. That was before they could go in correct stuff like they can now. So time had to heal my back. And basically what I did was I let time heal it. I mean, I did learn to do ballet somewhat. I'm not a ballet dancer, but I did learn to do ballet type exercises, which really is, I guess, Pilates, yoga type put together. So that's what I try to do on a regular basis. And yes, my nose was itching because I got that air on. I'm not saying I do it every day, not by any means, but I do try to do yoga and Pilates type exercises as often as possible. Now, I don't do it to get my heart rate up. I just do it to stretch out my lower back and muscles, hips, and all that good stuff. That's what I do it for. It's not anything to do with cardio or anything like that. Before any of you others want to say something. Anyway. And on that note, I'm starting to block some people. I mean, if you're nice about it, constructive, I'm not going to block you. But if you're just really, really rude and, you know, offensive, if your message goes to that held for review, chances are I'm just going to delete it. Now, you know, if some of you are commenting to a comment and it goes there, I can try to get it over, but some of them, they just won't go for whatever reason, especially if they're into the third box, which is the ones that are supposedly really offensive, and I don't know what goes there. That kitty cat's over here somewhere. I saw it. I saw it underneath the car, and now I don't see it. I guess it heard me coming. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, with back pain, as I said, and when I was younger, yes, I took all kinds of anti-inflammatories, NSAIDs, whatever you want to call them. Not going to say I still don't take them, because I do. But I see a rheumatologist, and as I've told y'all before, I also have fibromyalgia, which could be coming from, I believe fibromyalgia comes from trauma, and I'm not going to get into all that, and I believe that it is just the way it is. All right. Now, when you have fibromyalgia, there's certain protocols they do. With me, I am on a NSAID and then another type. I don't know what they are. Anyway, it helps me to work. I'll put it that way. Now, there's sometimes I just don't want to work. I don't feel like I can work, but I force myself to get up. And usually, if you keep moving, you'll snap out of it. Now, once in a while, you won't. And it may be a time that you just got to lay in bed all day as much as you can. Now, with me anymore, that's pretty much impossible. I can't lay in the bed all day. So I have to really push myself. The one thing I have started doing is, I've been doing this now for a good 6 months. I do use a TENS unit, and I've talked to y'all about TENS unit before. When I hurt my knee a couple years ago, the TENS unit, it saved it. I didn't have to have any surgery. And I do think now it's it pops, but it's still just as strong as it ever was, since I've gotten older. Now, I know the TENS unit does not work for everybody, so don't tell me. I know somebody's going to say, well, TENS units didn't work for me. But I think that you got to be patient and give it time. It took a good 6 weeks using that TENS unit every night before I really felt like it was doing anything. And I know sometimes you can't handle it, but, I guess I have learned to control some pain management through my mind and body. I don't know. I guess over time that's what I've done. So anyway, and I'm not saying I'm this great person at all. But the one thing that I think Tim needs to buy is magnesium glycinate. This is the one I buy off Amazon. I don't know that this is the best brand, but this is the thing that I have noticed more than anything. Now, when I bend over to, I hate to get graphic in here, but y'all know I'm taking care of my mom. So I have to change her. So when I bend over to change her, and I'm bent over for a long time, even though I try to hold my stomach in and do everything that you're supposed to do, if you're down there too long, when you get back up, you're going to feel like your back is just totally, and I've been to physical therapy, you're taught to bend backwards and all that good stuff. And I do. But since I started taking this, I've noticed a big difference. This also helps you sleep. Now, if you've drank, a bunch of caffeine, I don't know that it's going to help you sleep, sound, but it will help you sleep. I know I slurped. And I apologize. And this will not keep you asleep, but this will help take the edge off. And also, you're going to have to give it time. It's not a miracle worker. It's not going to make it go away right then. It's just like with skincare. It's a cumulative. You've got to keep being patient. I take one a day. Now, I think that they say you can take more than that. It says you can take 4 capsules a day. I don't. I take one a day. Maybe I should take 2. I don't know. I think one a day is fine for me. I have taken 2 before I went to bed. I will normally take these when I get home, so that when it's time for me to go to bed, they've had time to get in my system. But I do like this brand. It's Bio Shorts is what it's called. They're easy to swallow, mini caps. Some magnesium is these big, but this one's not. I also take, I use Dr. Teal's bathing products, and all of them have Epsom salt in there with magnesium, and some of them has more. I've tried there was one that was going around on Facebook that was really, wasn't real expensive, but it was, you know, everybody was saying it was the most wonderful thing in the world. It had an oil. You also put it in the your bath water. I never, of course, there again, I only went through one batch, and I just didn't feel it was worth trying again. I felt I got just as much relief from Dr. Teal's. So anyway, I don't know that you can find one that's better than Dr. Teal's, and if you do, let me know. There's also something else that is over the counter that you can get. It's hard to find though, unless you have a health food store near you or you go on Amazon. It's a mustard bath. You can make your own, but let me just tell you, the mustard bath does work, but it also, you're going to be scrubbing the tub afterwards. So you have to decide, well, I'm going to have to scrub the tub after I use this, so is it really worth it? But it does help. If you're really in a lot of pain, it does help. Now, if you've got somebody that can scrub the tub for you, hey, go for it. And, you know, I'm not going to say I wouldn't buy it again and do it, but I mean, it does help, and it's definitely different. And you can look up all that on the internet, what the mustard bath's supposed to do. And like I say, you can make your own, but this powder, I got it at that's my sign, it's 8 o'clock. It's, oh, what's that store called in Boone? They were trying to expand, and then during the pandemic they had to close all of them, but they kept up with the one in Boone, and well, they closed it down for a while, but they kept the one open in Asheville. I can't remember what the grocery store is, but it's like Whole Foods, but it's more local. They built a big, beautiful store in Wilmington, and I don't think it was not open more than just a few weeks to when they had to shut it down because of the pandemic. Anyway, I saw on that video that she was playing that he was going out coveting homes again. And somebody said, he said in the comments, I believe it was Grifter, somebody, that his budget was $250. He's not going to find anything out where he's at right now for $250. I mean, unless he just wants a fixer-upper. If he wants a fixer-upper, but Tim don't hit me as the type that wants a fixer-upper. Unless he could get a reality show out of it, then he might. And even then, it'd have to be somebody else that's doing the work. He wouldn't be doing it. So he can get in the $250 range around the Ocala area in Florida. So he's better off to go back to Florida. Now, I still say Ocala's too far from Delray, but, you know, it's not me living there. They can do what they want to. I don't care. Anyway, it's been a peaceful, you know, I will say that I do think it's been peaceful not watching every video, or not, you know, I do sometimes when I watch the reactionary channels, parody channels, whatever you want to call them. The one about Father's Day really did get to me, and it was all I could do not to make a video. But I knew that I needed to just step away, because I'd probably say things that I shouldn't say. You know, I had a deadbeat dad, and you know, like I say, it really got to me. And, you know, maybe that's one reason why I've grown to pretty much despise him, because I do see some characteristics. But I don't think my deadbeat dad was nowhere near as bad as he is. I mean, not even in the same, you know, hemisphere. But I could be wrong. I mean, he doesn't get a pass by any means, but I don't think he could ever be in the neighborhood that what Tim is. So I'm going to shut up now. I've missed a lot of you. I know that some of you don't want to watch the beauty videos, and I get that. I understand that. But I've missed a lot of you. But I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.